What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new edition of Bry2J Presents. I'm your host, Bry2J, and today's action figure video is going to be on the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective PX Previews exclusive Batman Sovereign Knight. Typically, I'm more of a gray and black Batman, as I've noted before in earlier videos and to friends, but I really needed to get the classic logo, something about it. So with that being said, let's open it up and check this out. And here's everybody's favorite dark and dreary, brooding and lovable DC Comics icon, Batman. And I have to say, Mezco really did a great job on this figure. It kind of has a whole new Batman feel to it. It doesn't feel like I own two of the same. I will do a comparison between him and the black on gray Sovereign Knight. But let's talk about this one. This one, the blue came out really, really good. There's almost like a little bit of gray, a little bit of black. It's probably not showing on camera, but in person it definitely has that appearance, okay? So it's not a lighter blue, and I really dig it. As for the gray is actually a lot lighter than what we've seen before. I think it's actually lighter than the Ascending Knight as well. I do like the way the logo came out. There's some sculpt work in the bat, and there's some sort of Kevlar tactical look ridge inside the yellow. The camera might not be picking it up, but it's there, and it looks pretty cool. As you see, one of his many batarangs are now in a brass color, which I will talk about when we get into accessories. The belt is actually a little bit lighter in color than the Sovereign Knight original release. Less blackwash and a little bit cleaner, I think, you know. As for the overlay, this is that pleathery type material that they have been using. However, I feel like this fabric is getting a little stronger with every Mezco that comes out. And that is going to be over the spandex. And this looks really good. The belt is a floating piece. I don't believe it's removable, maybe with hot water, but I don't want to pop it off and then, you know, have to re-glue it, because that would not be cool. The head sculpt looks really cool. You get the nice, menacing, brooding Batman look that we got. And something about this versus the original release, it just looks, again, like a brand new figure. The face sculpt looks really nice. It's the same face that we got with the original release. And I want to say the shiny Onyx one, but I did not pick that up because I thought it was just too shiny looking. The eyes look really good. Just that like standard white, very comic accurate. The helmety look of the cowl looks really tactical. So I like that it's not a pullover cowl. It's more, you know, modern day Batman. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. As for the knee pads, on this version, the knee pads are now that same light gray as the overlay, where on the Sovereign Knight, these were black. The gloves look really good as well. The boots look solid. I do like the way this, I really love the way this came out. For the bottom here, you got peg holes as well as treads. Let me show you guys the back of the figure. I don't believe there's any seam work going down the back, but, and I just happen to say but right around here, the seam work came out really nice and clean on the bat butt. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, this right here, this is where you would store the grapple gun, and I will show you guys when I talk accessories. Really, really solid figure. Now let me talk about articulation, and then I will show you guys how to swap out said option parts and show you the rest of the accessories as well. So let's talk articulation. Batman is pretty articulated, and that's great, because you want to have your Batman be posed in Batman-like fight modes, right? I mean, unless you just want him to stand vanilla, and he just still looks intimidating, but that's, you know, kind of boring. Because Mezco's big thing is pose, play, and display. So, anyway. The head is on a ball peg, and you can get him to look down about that far, back about that far. It can go all the way around, and there's some tilt and some tilt. The cape, though not wired, has a pretty far out spread, which is pretty good. You can get him to have that full-on wraparound look, be all dark and intimidating. With the nice range of motion in the arms, you can do that infamous spread. Now, for the arms themselves, I'll show you guys. The arms, again, they go out that far. They can go up about that far, back about that far. There is a small butterfly in the shoulder area, which helps. There is a bicep swivel, which is always a plus. Double jointed elbows, in which we all love. Mezco, if you're watching. So yeah, the nice double jointed elbow. He does have a nice diaphragm crunch, or yeah, crunch and swivel. There is some waist articulation as well. Mine is a bit tight. He can go back about that far. As for legs, he can split, and then he could also kick forward, kick backward, double jointed knees. As for the hands are on a hinge and swivel. The feet are also on a decent ankle rocker. They're getting better. Certain figures are better than others, but you know, we make do. One thing about the cape, I might get a Harker custom cape for both my Sovereign Knight figures. If I do, I'm going to do a tutorial slash, you know, show you guys what it looks like video. Not promising, just saying I might. I will keep you guys posted on Twitter about that. So yeah, that's Batman's articulation. Now let's talk about part swapping and accessories. So really quickly, I just want to point out, if you guys do not already own Batman Sovereign Knight, whether it be this one or the gray and black, he's going to come with the same amount as well as the same exact accessories as those other counterparts, okay? But I'm going to show you guys anyway, and let's get started. So, I'm more of a long-eared Batman guy, but he does come with a head with the short ears, and that's going to just unpeg like that, and just plug right in like so. This looks great. If I were a short ears Batman kind of guy, I think this looks really great. It's something about it looks better to me in the blue than it does in the black. But that's just me, right? And as you can see, he has that scowling look. It looks really good. And it's the same kind of tactical design for the helmet. Really, really nicely done. Say Batman got into it and there's been like a lot of crime happening and he's fighting against, say, Catwoman. And the reason why I bring up Catwoman is because of this head. This is the battle damage. You can see he's all really, really mad. There's like the blood a little bit on the lip. There's a black eye. And here's why I say Catwoman, is because if you count them, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 scratches. And now, if I show you guys Catwoman, you can see that's exactly what I mean. So yeah, really cool. I like this helmet a lot in the blue. It just looks really, really good. Now, of course, he's not Batman all the time. So let's break out the Bruce Wayne head, and that plugs in just like that. And this also looks really good on this body. Like, it looks great in the black, but something about the blue and the just matches better. And this head sculpt is the same one that we got with this other Sovereign Knight. And I really like the way the salt and pepper came out on the sides here. So let's just keep that on for a minute. For the hands, as you can see, I have on more of an open displayed hand and more of a tight closed hand, which you saw the Batarang before. So you get a set of each of these. You get a pair of trigger fingers, which look pretty good. And that's for holding his Grapple Gun or his Sonic Disruptor. You do get a pair of regular grip hands. Like if you want to have them like grabbing onto like Joker or something, this looks really good. Out of the box, he comes rocking a set of default fists because, you know, Batman's always throwing punches. And then lastly, you get this hand here, which, as you can see, the kryptonite there, that's if Superman gets out of line, you know, in that red sun situation, or, you know, whatever say it's injustice, I don't know. Batman's always ready. And to do that, you just pop off the hand like so. And then you just plug in this guy like this. You know what? I think this will look better with the damaged head. So Batman's ready. He's had a night and he's not taking it anymore. So yeah, it looks really good. I really like this. And leave him in the background here, and I'll show you guys the rest of the accessories. That's it on part swapping. Batman comes with this really cool drone, and it's articulated too. So let me focus a little bit better, or zoom in rather. As you can see here, the exhaust fans look really good, both top and bottom. I do like the way the yellow eyes look on this drone. I like the drone better in blue, which this figure's really growing on me more as I pose them around for this video. The drone can articulate, as I said, so they can go in, back, and up and down. Nothing with the head of the drone, which is fine, but really, really nice paint wash. This looks fantastic. Batman, as I stated, comes with a sonic disruptor, which there's a little bit of blue, I want to say, around. No, I'm wrong. The blue is going to be just on the dish, which looks really good. And as you can see, all the like little trinkets that he comes with matches this outfit better. What's really cool is when he's not using it, this can actually plug in to the side, just like so, and that looks really cool. Like, this is when it's off, you know? Really, really cool. He comes with his grapple gun, and this is what I was thinking about the blue. There's blue in the trigger finger area, and that looks really cool. And really, once again, this looks fantastic. It's probably my favorite grapple gun between him and the Ascending Knight. I like this better. But again, you figure the Ascending Knight was more like, you know, just starting out. So, of course, his technology gets better over time. And then this with the hole here, you can take this guy right here. This is the grapple before it's fired. It's very sharp, very delicate, so be careful. And it also plugs in like so. And then you also have one that has the rope, which I'm not going to unravel. But if you want, you can have it look like he shot out his grapple and he's ready. As for last accessories, like for like weapons and stuff, he comes with this here, which I like this a lot. This is like that remote control style batarang, and there's some texture and like the brass paint on both sides, and that looks really cool. And then save the best for last. He doesn't just come with one batarang, he comes with 10. I'm going to keep all the batarangs in here because I don't want to lose any of these. They are delicate. They can go into a shag carpet if you had. And yeah, basically, in case of emergency, break glass. You know? So yeah. Cool of them to give you 10 batarangs. Really, really solid. And that's with every version of this figure. So that's really, really awesome. And then, of course, lastly, for accessories, you get the infamous stand, which is like, you know, the logo, the fully articulated flight stand, which just requires a Phillips head screwdriver when you want to, you know, tighten and loosen. He comes with this guy right here, which is to plug in those wires, which, I'll show you guys some of them. These things, as you know, we don't ever really use them, at least I don't, but it's there in case you wanted. I just feel like it's too complicated to do. But yeah, those are Batman's accessories. Now, let me show you guys some size comparisons. Here he is with the previous release Sovereign Knight. As you can see, it's definitely a darker gray on the original. Here he is with his Ascending Knight, also a little bit darker than the newest one. Here he is next to the SDCC Jim Gordon. Looking really great. Here he is next to the Clown Prince, the original release. Here he is next to Slade. Here he is next to Catwoman. So she's definitely the shortest one, as she should be. Here he is next to the SDCC Street Gomez. And then my personal favorite, which I kind of think is going to be more of like a villain character. I mean, he is a villain anyway, but here he is next to the Mezco Diabolic. And then, if you want to see what he's like up against like a Marvel Legends size, here he is with the 80 Years Iron Man. So yeah, Batman fits in the scale with Marvel Legends and, of course, other Mezcos. So, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You could follow me on social media at Bry_2J on Instagram and Twitter. You could, of course, find this video as well as a ton of other cool things on InnerCityGeeks.com. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to leave a comment down below, go for it. Please share with your friends. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Those who have subscribed already, thank you guys so much for watching this channel grow and seeing, with the name change and everything. So thank you. So yeah, that's about it for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.